Okay, hello, good morning. A quick session on understanding something very interesting about breath rotation and how you can do it with Thoppai Karlakattai. Breath rotation is a very interesting rotation in the sense that the name itself comes from the fact that when you're doing breath rotation, it opens up your chest or your lung cavities in such a way that you're able to take, I would say, more than a full breath. That's how breath rotation is. And it also, even if you don't pay attention to inhalation and exhalation during breath rotation, it will align your breath automatically. So I did this experiment with my students when I taught them breath rotation, and that was I did not give them instructions about inhalation and exhalation, when to inhale, when to exhale. And when they started doing breath rotation, after they finished doing breath rotation, I asked them that how was their breathing pattern, and then they explained to me that they felt that their breath aligned on its own during the rotation. So that's how it is, and that's why I think it got the name the breath rotation, right? So today we are, you must have seen breath rotation done with Kai Karlakatai. Today we are going to see breath rotation with Thoppai Karlakatai. Why it's a very interesting exercise to combine breath rotation with Thoppai Karla is because of the unique traction that Thoppai Karla offers. Because the weight is concentrated at the bottom, and that's why the traction that Thoppai Karla offers is quite a bit, it's a lot more than the traction that Kai Karla will offer if you use it for breath rotation. So basically, what I want to say is if you are doing breath rotation with Thoppai Karla, all the stretching of your torso is going to be a lot more than compared to Kai Karlakatai. Also, the opening of your lung cavity is going to be a lot more than Kai Karlakatai because of the traction that Thuppe Karla provides because of its design. Okay, so let me first show you breath rotation with Kai Karlakatai, and the breath rotation with Thuppe Karla will be just slightly different. I'll also show you a version in sitting position in Vajrasan. Okay, so let's see how would be breath rotation with Kai Karla. Okay, so see, you have to get into alignment, which I've explained 100 times before. Your tailbone has to be tucked in to involve core and back, also to protect your back muscles, and body soft, shoulders relaxed. Okay, so let's start. That was breath rotation with Kai Karla. Now, let's do breath rotation with Thoppai Karla. Okay. So for Thoppai Karla, we are going to do it with double-handed grip instead of single-handed like Kai Karla. Okay. So again, get into alignment, tailbone tucked in to involve core. Let's go. So even if you do not pay attention to your breathing during breath rotation, you will just automatically end up inhaling as you extend your back, as you stretch your torso. Okay, so now let me show you a variation in sitting position, which you can do in sitting in Vajrasan. If you can't sit in Vajrasan due to any knee injury or knee pain issues, you can simply do it in standing position, just how I showed. But now let's see in the uh, Vajrasan position. So sit in Vajrasan. Again, it's difficult. Many of my students have told me that it's difficult to feel that tailbone tuck sitting in Vajrasan position. So, what you can do is the better way to be in alignment when you're sitting in Vajrasan position is to just slightly suck the lowest part of your lower abdomen inside, like maintain a mild contraction in the lowest part of your lower abdomen so that your core gets engaged and your spine aligns. Okay, so see. Okay, so that was a variation in Vajrasan. Um, which variation I would prefer personally is the one in standing position because your back is just able to extend more and there is more stretch in the in your torso. Okay, in all the muscles in the anterior part of your body, there is just more stretch. Okay, so that was combining breath rotation with Thoppai Karla. I hope you like this short session and let me know if you have any questions about it. Understand one thing, and I always repeat this, is that you have to first prepare your body with Meipadam that aligns with any kind of rotation or any kind of Karlakattai that you're using. So to learn that, of course, you have to learn in a proper way. We just completed first batch of 8 weeks of Thoppai Karla Sadhana, and we'll be starting second batch in June. So if you are interested in learning more rotations with Thoppai Karla, uh, just get in touch with me. There is a separate session which I had done explaining about how Thoppai Karla Sadhana or how Thoppai Karla rotations are different from Kai Karla practice. Okay, so you can watch that. You can watch that video on my YouTube channel. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to post them or get in touch with me. And I hope to see you in my live class for Thoppai Karla Sadhana. Okay, thank you.